This is Jason DeVore, owner of CrossFit 770 in Georgia. My name is Jason Fernandez, aka Fern. I've owned my affiliate for 16 years, started the Best Hour podcast, and we help affiliate owners build better boxes. Now, what I'm going to help Jason with in this video is what many affiliate owners lose sleep at night over, which is they have to increase their prices. They know they've got legacy rates in there. They've got to figure out what to do with all of these old members, because what he's trying to do is he's trying to break over the $10,000 a month mark so that he can create some cash flow, he can create some opportunity and create a little buffer so that he can start to grow the business and he can start to put his effort in the right places in order to get to where he wants to go. So if you have to raise prices, if there's some decisions that you know you need to make and you're losing some sleep over this, stick around for this episode. I'm going to walk him through the whole thing. All right, guys, we are back. We're going to solve some box owner problems. Give everybody an intro of who you are, what do you do, anything else you want to share.
Cool. All right, I'm Jason DeVore. I own CrossFit 770 in Temple, Georgia. I've had my affiliate now for going on about 6 years.
Okay. Did you buy that?
I did buy that.
I was going to say, you couldn't have gotten 770 6 years ago.
No.
Okay.
No. So it was an affiliate. It was the first affiliate I ever was a part of.
Okay.
And it sold, and then they let the name lapse. And that was the first gym that really got me started in CrossFit.
Okay.
So when I decided, back in 2011.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 2011. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how old is the affiliate before you had it? It's got to be 15-ish years old.
No, they let it lapse. So the whole affiliate lapsed. They let the name lapse, let it go. And then when I decided to open my affiliate, when I researched the name, I took the name back.
Lucky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like for those of you who don't know, you can't get those names anymore. You can't get area codes, cities,
Right.
zip codes, any of that kind of stuff.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So you've had it for 6 years?
6 years.
Okay, cool. All right, so talk to us. What is the problem you're trying to solve? What if you could solve that, it would make your life, infinitely better.
So we are looking to increase monthly revenue.
Okay.
So right now our membership rates are on the lower end for where we are in our market.
I'm not scrolling Instagram. I'm gonna write this down.
No. So we're the lowest end, and
In your area?
in our area.
How many gyms in your area?
There are 4.
Okay.
4, maybe 5.
So what's low?
What's low for us?
Yep.
So like our like year to year, like a year contract is 95 month to month.
Got it.
Yeah. And our higher end, without the contract, unlimited would be 125 month to month.
Okay.
So that's our highest.
Do you have a rough breakdown of how many members do you have total?
We have 93.
Okay. And then do you have a breakdown roughly of how many of those people are in those two categories?
I do. I think we have.
You could give me rough numbers.
Yeah. So what I remember is like about 30 for the year contract. And then we also have a public service membership too, which is 95.
Okay.
So, and that's just month to month, no contract. We've got about 15 of those.
Okay.
And then we have like a 12 day a week. 12 classes a month
Got it.
plan. That's like $80 a month.
Okay.
And I think we have a little under 20,
Okay.
somewhere around there. So
What's your total revenue? Let me ask you that.
total revenue right now,
Per
what I
month.
looked at is 6,743 or something like that. I think I
Okay,
looked at
so
it.
we'll just do 6,700.
Yeah.
Okay, divided by, all right. So the easy way to do average client value is just take top line revenue divided by total members. So I take 6,700 divided by 93, and that gives me a $72 average client value.
Right.
Okay. So I would agree that's low.
Yeah.
So in that area, again, when you're talking about pricing structure and just memberships and market, understand a couple things. We don't get to set market price. You and I don't get to do that, right? And the only way you would get to set market price is if you were the first person to enter market to sell said thing or service, which we're not.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we don't get to set market price. Market price has largely been determined in there, but that doesn't mean that we don't get to move market price. So we don't get to set market price, but we can increase market price. Okay. So that being said, you can price yourself out of a market. That's 100% thing. Like if you went and just jacked your rates to 400, you're probably going out of business. Nobody's going to buy that. Okay. So roughly what are the ranges in the area for the other gyms, right? So there's 4 other gyms in the area. What are they running at?
They're running about 115, 125.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So And you already have that on your menu, right? It's just that probably 60% of the people are not paying that rate. Okay. What do you want the top number to be?
About 145.
Okay. And then what do you want your gross number to be monthly? What's the target you're trying to hit?
I'd like to try to hit anywhere between 9 to 10.
Okay. So you can just reverse engineer that, and let's just say 10 divided by 93. You really would only need to get to 107 across the board,
Okay.
and you're at 10,000.
Wow.
So this is one of the things we have to think about is like when most people just fail to do the math. Be like, what's the math?
Yeah.
Right? It's just a math problem. And I always struggle with that because it's like some people just, some people think it seems it's robotic, but I'm like, it's not robotic, but I do need to know the math.
Yeah.
How I execute is not like a robot. I don't do it with lack of empathy. I don't do it lacking customer service, but like I got to know the math, right? Because if I just told you, if you just changed everybody to 107, you'd be at $10,000. How quickly would you change those rates?
Pretty fast.
Pretty fast, right?
fast.
So, but you don't know the math, right? So the first thing is always do the math, and then you come up with a plan on the math, right? So I would argue that 10,000 is probably a low watermark for you.
Okay.
So now, if we bring everybody to 125, over, how are we going to do that? And then over what time frame?
Right.
Right? So there's multiple ways that you can increase your overall revenue, right? Most people only look at two buckets, right? They look at members and price. There's like 5 ways I can increase revenue, right? I can increase the number of people I sell to, right? I can increase the price. I can sell other things. I can change the billing cycle, and I can pass off fees. That's 5 ways I can do that, okay? Now, our recommendation is always, when you only look at those 2 buckets, you're forced to do things that are a bit more risky. Meaning, okay, if I wanted to increase, call it, 80% revenue, and I try to get out of one bucket, I'm gonna have to do things that are risky, right? High risk, low return. Instead of saying, well, let me not only just increase price. Let me increase price, 10, 15%. Let me increase membership 10, 15%. Let me figure out if I'm gonna sell additional things, retail, premium services, whatever it's gonna be. Maybe I look at billing cycle, move from, monthly to 4-week billing cycle. That's an 8% increase in revenue right off the top. And then if I need to, I pass off fees. That's 3% on average. So just those 2 at the end, changing nothing is 11% increase. So that would put you at 80 or 7,800 a month.
Wow.
Changing nothing but billing cycle and passing off fees. Okay. Now, that's not for everybody, nor do I think everybody should do that, right? That totally depends on customer satisfaction. You can't just go raising prices if everybody's unhappy. It's not going to work either.
Right.
Okay. So you need to do a series of things prior to that to make sure that you've earned the right to raise prices. Okay. Now, if you're just low, then it's like, okay, well then we just need to make the correction, right? Because the reality is, like, if you change the price and you lost some people, you'd probably net even or probably still come out ahead, right? So it's just if we raised everybody, because you can do the math on that too, right? If I raised, let's just do 67, let's just make it 7,000, right? 7,000 divided by 125, dude, you could lose almost 50% of your members in the price increase, and you would make more money.
Wow.
Now, again, I'm not suggesting that you just jack the rates up, but when you know the math, is it likely that you're going to lose 50%?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Right.
Very
Like I tell people, I'm like 5% is like, if you lose 5% of people in that transaction when you make a price increase, like, you fucked up. Like, it should not be a ton of people. If done well, and we've done this, I don't know, 1,000 times at this point, and it's every single time smooth. It's because you approach it from a human standpoint. You make sure that you communicate it well. You give a lead time. You have your negotiating tactics, all that kind of stuff. But really, you could double the business and not even grow. Now, I want you to grow. We want to grow, but it's not necessary, right? So it's just like, again, but knowing where the buckets are, and then knowing at what pace and what things I would do in order to increase the revenue really mitigates your risk. So when I'm making that transition, the whole thing I'm trying to figure out is like, how would this go sideways? Okay, it would go sideways if I didn't communicate well. It goes sideways if I didn't give enough time for the change. It goes sideways if I increase too much, right? Okay, well, let's not do that. Let's just avoid all of those things, and then we're very likely to get what we want out of it.
Yeah.
Okay? And you might lose a couple people. There's a couple people that just want that price point and they're not willing to pay you. I'm like, cool. No harm, no foul. I'll still send you a Christmas card, but we're changing the price.
Sure.
Okay. So my question is, if you go to 10,000 materially, how does that change your life?
Drastically.
Okay. So then the question is like, when are we going to do that?
That is the big question, and that's kind of why I'm here too.
Yeah.
It's just to figure out just the right way. I guess the communication.
Yeah.
With that, and then making sure that I give enough time so that everybody can make adjustments if
Yep.
needed for their finances.
Yeah, I'll give you the sweet spot is like something between 45 to 90 days.
Okay.
You don't need this massive runway
Okay.
for that. Like your average client value is like below $80. So in some degree, you're looking at if we're going to go to 125, that's a pretty big jump. But you can do that in steps. And that's what we would do is we would map out everybody what their increase is going to be. But we would set that date in the future, and then we would come up with any number of different scenarios. Be like, all right, Jason, like we're going to do $15 here and then $20 here, but that's going to take 6 months. But at the end of the day, I'm going to move everybody to the new target. Okay. And we always recommend people play the long game when it comes to pricing.
Okay.
The only time we're ever going to be in a hurry is if you're in like dire straits. I mean, I'm like, hey, this is unfortunate, but we have to do this next month. Because if we don't, you're out of business, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like 6 in one, half dozen in the other. Like we're staring down the barrel either way. So it's like, let's just do it and get it over with. At least you've got a fighting chance at that point. But if you don't have to do that, then let's not do that.
Yeah.
Outside of 90 days, people forget, and it becomes actually you have to remind them too many times. Versus inside of 30 days, it becomes an emotional decision for people.
Sure.
So I want to avoid that together. So get it outside of one billing cycle. 60 days is usually a sweet spot because that gives you enough time to kind of like gauge what's going on, give enough communication that everybody's in the loop, and then have the discussions that you need to have with people who might be a little disgruntled, and you move on and you're good.
Right.
This is something that we do better than anybody, quite frankly, because like we know the intricacies of CrossFit boxes. We know that Sally in the 9 a.m. is going to cause a problem if we don't go talk to her. And we're like, all right, let's talk to her. Let's figure out like who my big influencers are in the gym are, what is their interest in this whole thing, and like kind of map everybody out in this process.
Yeah.
There's an interesting like 2x2 matrix if you look at influence and interest, or think of it as like power and interest. Who cares whether you do this, and then who has influence? And you could literally map everybody in that 2x2 matrix, and then figure out, okay, anybody that's in that like top right box, which is going to be high influence, high interest, make sure that we address them first.
Got you.
Right, which is probably coaching staff, any like long-time members. If I get them on board, everybody else is easy because I don't even care about the bottom left of it. They're just going to go along with it anyway. Anybody who's low interest, low influence, I'm like, they're just going to be like, yeah, okay, whatever, who cares? So just an interesting way to map people in there. Be like, okay, these are going to be my people that could have significant impact on working through this. Let me start there.
Gotcha.
And figure out what I need to communicate to them, have for those personal conversations, and then move on. But you could make all those changes inside of 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just have to map it out.
So what would you do with, because we have contracts.
Yep.
And a lot of our members jumped on the contract. So we did a promotion at the beginning of the year.
Okay.
We said if you renew your contract, you can either renew or sign a contract.
Okay.
Then from there we do nutrition challenges, 6-week nutrition challenges.
Yep.
We do 3 to 4 throughout the year.
Yep.
Then you get a 20% discount on what the top price is.
Okay.
And also we work with a supplement company,
Okay.
EFP, and we said any of the in-house supplements that we sell, you get 10% for the rest of the year.
Got it.
So we had a lot of people.
What's your
re-sign
margin
their
on those?
contract on the subs?
Yep.
So our margin is a little over 50.
So you're
on
still
the
going to
subs.
get 40.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're still getting about 40. Yeah.
Okay.
And then, so within the contracts, if we're going to raise rates, what do we do with the contracts?
What does it say in the contracts?
We didn't put anything in there about they're fixed to that price.
Okay. So then, I would look through that.
Okay.
Because if you wrote something in there that's going to have you cause egg on your face by changing it, then we have to factor that into the strategy.
Right.
If not, then we just figure out, okay, it's almost May right now. So we're looking at, okay, cool. Let's change everybody for all net new members. Right. So anybody that walks in the door tomorrow, they have the new price point. And then we start planning for January. Where we're going to make that change. So I start communicating in October, November about what's going to happen in January. So we just move the goalpost a little bit further out in order to avoid any fallout. But that means I know in January I'm going right to 10. But I'm probably going to make this jump to 10 anyway for this reason. Again, I'll go back and do the math, right? So if I change the price right now for net new people, how many people are you going to get between now and January? Rough guess.
Yeah. I mean, right now we're tracked to get 6 in the next 2 weeks.
Right. So like
Yeah.
you would just look at that and be like, okay, well, I'm going to just start stacking all these new people in the new price point.
Yeah.
And you're going to have natural churn in your gym anyway.
Got you.
So all these people that are in there now, conservatives say like 30% of them won't even be there in by the time January comes around. So I'll just have a less large pile of people to deal with.
Yeah.
So when you move the timeline out, I'm going to sell all the new stuff. So I'm going to rectify it right now for the future.
Okay.
And then time is going to give me the opportunity to let some of those people that are there now churn out naturally. So that 93 becomes 55. Great. It's a much smaller problem for me to deal with.
Yeah.
At that point.
Yeah.
So time is on my side at that point.
Right.
So those are the things I would consider, and then we would get into all the details in there. But the math is in your favor for all of that.
Yeah.
Like you could do it. We could run all the scenarios in there and be like, most of them that are doomsday are highly unlikely, unless you just literally walk in there and take a dump on the floor and tell everybody that they're the worst people on planet Earth, which I don't get the sense that you're going to do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, you'll be good, dude.
Yeah.
And if you kind of work through that process just like that, you'll be fine.
Sweet.
And you come January, you'll be running very likely like more than 10K a month.
That's what I want to see.
Cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome, dude. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It seems like this big mountain you got to climb. It's not that big.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll
It's
be-
more emotional because
It's
I'm really
100%
I'm
emotional.
connected to my members.
Everybody is.
Yeah, big time.
Balance that with math.
Yeah.
Math is not emotional, right? Like do the math and then take the empathy and apply it to the implementation.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't out-care math,
It's true.
right? Like
Yeah.
again, the point is to make a decent profit decently,
I like that.
right? Like
Yeah.
high quality service is not sustainable if it's gratuitous.
Mm-hmm.
Like there has to be a value exchange, value capture component to that.
Right.
Otherwise you're going to go out of business, and then who are you helping?
It's true.
So
Very true.
just be good at what you do and
Yeah.
then charge fair market price so that you can run a good business.
I like that.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
Man,
Yeah.
I appreciate you, boss.
Yeah, you got it,
Thank you,
dude.
man.
Yeah, you got
Thank
it.
you so much, buddy.
Yeah.
Thanks.
If you're watching this video and you're coming to the harsh realization that you feel a lot like Jason, meaning you're undercharging for your services, you're really worried that raising the prices is going to cause a mass exodus of all of your members and it's going to inhibit your ability to grow. Listen, every affiliate owner feels that way, but understand there are some simple rules and some simple things that you need to do in order to do this effectively. We have done this hundreds and hundreds of times. We do this exceptionally well, and we want to help you do that because creating that buffer, creating that cash flow positive machine inside of your affiliate is going to help you put that capital to work in the right places, whether that's putting money in your pocket or whether it's hiring coaches or hiring other staff inside of the affiliate so that you can run a better box. Click the link somewhere on this video and apply for your trial today.
CrossFitters, I've purchased hundreds of thousands of dollars of equipment in my life. I've been doing CrossFit since 2007. I've owned 4 affiliates. I currently own an affiliate in my basement. And let me tell you this, Rep Fitness is by far my favorite equipment. First of all, it's amazing quality. The price is right. And what I love is I talk to somebody that I know, that knows me, and that understands my needs. Now, cool thing is, as a family member of Best Hour, you can save big over at Rep Fitness. Go to repfitness.com/best hour and save on your next equipment purchase.
Thanks for checking out this episode of the Best Hour of Their Day podcast. We appreciate you listening and choosing to have us help you in your passion for coaching and affiliate ownership. You can find more episodes just like this on all podcast platforms. If you're interested in learning more, you can reach out to us on any social media platforms, or you can visit www.besthouroftheirday.com to book a call. If you found this episode helpful for you, please share it so that we can help other coaches and affiliate owners to help build a bigger and stronger CrossFit community. Thanks for listening.